welcome to Homestead Living Alaska. Today we're taking down a spruce tree that got blown over in a windstorm we had here about a month ago. So you can see it's hung up in another tree. So we're going to hook up a come along to it, anchor it to a stump, and apply pressure this way and try to get it to fall down. So you can see the stumps up out of the ground a little bit. Yeah, you can see right here where it's kind of hollow under here. But anyways, it should be exciting, so we'll get it going here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Alaska. Dad is going to be finding a spruce tree. Dead spruce from beetle kill. Here in a second. Now, this is going to be quite the tricky fall because we've got this one over here. It's leaning on the spruce tree we want to take down. And so that makes things difficult. This one over here is a lot more rotten and just not good. So we've got to be kind of meticulous on how we take this tree down. What? Okay, but what about the tree that's leaning on it? Are you gonna run, or what the heck's going on? Oh, you're gonna run, okay. Let's just making sure, because that'll fall right on you if you stay right there. It's gonna fall towards me. Alright, so now you guys know the plan. I am going to move, so give me a second. I see it. All right, folks. So we've got Dad. He's right here now. Right here. He's gonna see about taking that one down. We're just gonna watch. Oh. Ooh. Here, let me get this set. Alright. Here. Come on. Actually, if you look up here, there's a chunk of it just stuck right there. It's incredible.
Today we're taking out this problem tree. Last year we were going to take it out, didn't pan out. It's got a big crack in it. It's pretty rotten. It has some really good widow makers up there. I mean, these are good 6-8 inchers. probably 12, 15 feet long. I would not want to be hit with them. It's leaning downhill. But if I follow it this way, it could hit my son's cabin. So that really concerns me. But this split, so to follow it this way, pretty much my only option, I can't really bring it back, I'm not a professional faller, is to face cut it over here, do my Humboldt, pound wedges, and get it to go towards that stump pile in between there and my son's cabin.
Hold on.
But I'm afraid after I do my face cut, I'm not going to have a lot of holding wood here because I have this split. So I think I'm going to do a shallow face cut, and that way I have more holding wood there as I come in. I can pound wedges. I guess I have a strap on it. I could put another strap up there and hook to my tractor and really give it some tension, but I don't want the barber chair. So it's a problem tree. So the reason we're taking this out also is, one, it's dangerous, and two, we're clearing, we have 160 acres of land, we have to clear 16 acres of it. We don't want to clear cut it. You can do, 5 acres here, five acres there. They don't have to be joining. But we're trying to keep as many of the trees as possible and still get our requirements, because once you take the trees out, you've changed it forever. Still trying to support wildlife, because the birds will be our bug control in the summertime for our food crops, and it just works out real nice. Besides that, we like birds, and the trees bring the birds and the squirrels and all the little critters. So we don't want to just wipe it clean, and that would be the easiest thing to do. Actually, I could have this laid down in probably a month, just every the next 10 acres. So we have to take down the trees for our requirement, and we're just trying to do it and leaving the soil intact as much as possible. Anyways, so I'll Humboldt this. I'll do my face cut on this side over here, and this is a good sized tree for Alaska. I'll do my Humboldt here, do my back cut back here, pound wedges, and hopefully we get it going right towards that stump pile there. So I'm putting my I got this, I bought a saw secondhand, and this came with it. It's a Weyerhaeuser visitor helmet. You usually have these on, I lost it for a while. So I am wearing the helmet. I would like to get a different one, more of a tree climbing helmet. I think they fit better. And then these chaps are about 10 years old.
Turn around though, I want to show them your... He got creative how to zip tie the back.
Oh.
Yeah,
you got zip ties.
Zip ties. It's time for a new pair, you guys.
Yeah, zip ties. This here is right there. That's like a pouch of Red Man Chew or Big League of sawdust, because it goes in that hole. It goes down there. But I could have a brand new pair. I'd still wear these. So.
Oh, you probably would. You probably would.
All right.
And we want to thank all the concerned viewers for
you guys. You're right.
Jeff's safety, saying, where's your hard hat? And we want to thank you for your concern. You guys are great.
Yeah, it's kind of, I agree. They do sell this weird back thing now. It's like a back.
I know.
I showed you that.
You showed me it, yeah. And maybe any viewers who, any of our viewers that do fall trees, if you guys have any tips or recommendations for Jeff on a helmet, or like the weird back thing, it was like this turtle shell. If you guys have any experience with those or have any tips, please let us know. That would be great.
I said stump pile, and I keep looking at this tree. I think it might go to the left a little bit. It's hard to judge. I mean, you want to point it up there, Mom? You see all those branches hanging over. I mean, it's right. Look, go straight to those branches. Now, those are hanging downhill of me. So it's hard to judge. And then the tree's all cappy-wampus.
Yeah, it's a weird fall.
It's just, and then it's got the split in it. It's like,
yuck.
If I had some logger friend from lower 48 or tree company, I'd probably call him up, say, hey, will you put this one on the ground for me? Because it's just weird.
It is a weird one.
Okay, I'll start the face cut, then there'll be a Humboldt cut. We'll see how it goes. Oh, come on. I went with a real shallow.
Right.
I wanted to give some holding wood back here.
Oh yeah, you can see
It's
it.
starting to.
See the different colors.
I'm pretty sure you go another inch or so, you're going to be into
Oh
some
yes,
true rot.
absolutely.
We'll see.
Okay.
Turning brown anyways.
Yep. There it goes. Nice fall.
Yeah, so that every tree scares me, but this one scared me pretty good. It just, you can see it was rotten in the center. I mean,
Very rotten.
just rot.
Oh my goodness.
I've seen worse, but this one just had a lot of widowmakers hanging out of it. And then I think, just a sidebar, but I think the full wrap, I used to think, oh, that's a logger thing. No, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
The full wrap handle. Absolutely, because on this tree, to be on my good side, cutting, that cutting, I was underneath it. It was just on top of me there. So I had to come over here and kind of go this way, and I didn't feel I didn't feel like I had really good control of the, well, it was dipping.
Right.
My cut was dipping down. I couldn't really keep
Control
a
it.
good control on it.
Yeah.
I tell you though, that's a heavy saw for the 271 for the CCs you get. I don't know. I'm starting to like it, but I think
Yeah,
every
it
saw
looks
has
heavy.
its place.
That's right. He did hit it right about the stump pile through here.
Left of it, and that was my disclaimer too.
That's true, and it was far away from Hudson's cabin, so that was a good fall. All right, guys, I thought I'd hop in here and actually talk about some of the cool things that are actually growing on this rotten birch tree. There's actually a lot of things growing that have medicinal purposes, and I thought, why not hop in here and educate you guys? So if you didn't know this before, you're going to learn something new today. So we're going to first start with this behind me here. Does anybody know what this is called? This right here is an old man's beard. Okay? So I'm trying to make Lily laugh here. Now, you may be thinking, you know, ew, this is just something weird growing on the trees. And yes, it is. However, this is actually a lichen. Now, a lichen is part algae and part fungus. And this lichen has a special compound in it called eusnic acid, and it actually makes it like an antibacterial and antifungal. Okay, traditional healers used to treat respiratory conditions like bronchitis, COPD, TB with old man's beard. It's kind of crazy, and I never, and when you look up in the tree and you see this, you know, you don't think it's anything special, and maybe it's not, but maybe if you need it for some sort of medicinal purpose, this can be actually life-changing, or it can help you feel better and reduce symptoms. So this again is old man's beard. Let's go on to another thing that's growing on this birch tree. So this here is called chaga. It's black. This is actually a fungus that grows on birch trees. Now with this particular fungus, it can be growing on a live birch tree or even a dead birch tree. So this chaga here is rich in antioxidants and has been thought to reduce, you know, inflammatory conditions. So Lily, can you get up here and just kind of film how black this is? So it's black here, and then if you crack open, I'm going to open a little spot here. It's usually a really nice, pretty, this is not golden brown, but usually when you crack it open, it's really like a golden brown inside. And this here, our family uses this, and we make teas and stuff like this with the chaga. All right, guys, the next thing is this polypore, and we're going to take this off the tree and talk about it here. There we go. So this here is a polypore fungus, and this only grows on dead birch. Polypores have been used in Chinese medicine as an anti-tumor, antibacterial, and an anti-inflammatory. Polypores have a compound called triterpene acid, and this reduces inflammation and pain. And another thing I find extremely cool about these polypores is they are nature's Band-Aid. I don't know if this one's going to do it here, but when they are more of a fresh polypore, you're able to peel off this layer. Yeah, this is an old polypore, but you can actually peel up this bottom layer, and you can wrap it around any wound you have, or a scrape or a scratch if you're all of a sudden out in the woods and you get an unexpected, you know, scrape, and it will help make it where it does not get infected. This is an older one. You can tell it's just not fresh and white. But the newer ones, they're really fleshy. You can pull up this, and then if you have that, like I said, a scratch, you just put it around your scratch. It's nature's Band-Aid, and it actually has properties that will prevent infection. So I find these to be really, really cool, and I don't think a lot of people know that. So I wanted to be sure to tell you that today and spread the word. All right, so next Lily's going to also show you guys what birch bark can do. If you're ever in a pinch, you're out in the woods and you're cold and you need to start a fire, and this is pretty amazing as well. All sorts of good things on birch trees. Oh. Yeah. And birch bark has a compound called betulin that is extremely flammable. So with the help of birch bark, we actually will start our fires in our cabin. And another cool thing about birch bark is the smoke from it will repel mosquitoes. So it's kind of like a bug repellent, because the mosquitoes hate the smell of birch bark. Nice, that one did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's on a hill, so it's kind of falling.
Nice. So it's both a fire starter and a mosquito repellent, so it's pretty cool. That's a big chunk.
I know.
Nice, that's going pretty good there, Lily.
Yeah. It's wet too.
Yeah. Nice. It's going to be time for the marshmallows soon, Lily. Nice. right, guys, so I'm out in our greenhouse outside and wanted to share with you, not only does our family use the wood that we take down for firewood, siding, sawdust, birch bark to start our fires. We make cutting boards out of the wood. We also utilize some of the fungus growing on the trees when we cut them down for medicinal purposes. We also use the wood ash here from our wood stove inside for many, many purposes, and I wanted to share those with you today. So when I used to look at ash, in wood stoves, it was like, oh, the ash is piling up, so annoying, it's more annoying than anything. But actually, as I've been educating myself about all the benefits here of the wood ash, it is crazy all the things it's actually good for. So I'm in the greenhouse here because here in a bit I'm going to be spreading this wood ash in our greenhouse here to kind of help get the soil ready for the growing season. But before that, I wanted to share with you guys a few things that wood ash is actually good for. All right, as far as using it in the garden, like almost as a fertilizer, wood ash is really high in nutrients such as the potassium, the calcium, and the magnesium. So it's really great to kind of help mix in there with the compost, kind of helps break it down. It helps break clay down. And it also kind of just improves drainage in general. It can also act as kind of a pest control where it can deter slugs and small little insects from the plants in the garden. And tomatoes especially love all the potassium in wood ash. All right, another great thing that wood ash is good for is kind of an ice melt and some traction. So it's a great thing if you guys do live where it is, gets really cold in the winter time and it's snowy and icy. Bag up a little bag of your wood ash, keep it in your car, and if you ever get stuck in an ice storm, You can put a little down if you're having trouble getting traction and your tires are spinning, and that can kind of help you in a kind of an emergency situation. So it can almost act like an ice melt and help give you traction if you guys need it. We use it at the front of our cabin when it gets really icy in the winter time, and it absolutely gives more traction. It works great. And another thing, if you guys have dogs and if they ever get in trouble with a skunk, is wood ash can be great for getting rid of odors and really bad smells. So what you would do is just kind of rub your dog down with the ashes, you know, give it a bath, let the ashes kind of get all the way to the skin, and then of course you want to wash everything off, wash the wood ash off, and amazingly wood ash can help get rid of the strong smell of a skunk. So that's really cool too. Wood ash can also help you polish your silver. It's a great cleaning agent. So if you're looking for something to kind of, you know, clean up some old dingy silverware, you can try wood ash. If you're ever out, you know, camping, hunting, and you just want to be camouflaged, you know, in the woods or in the tree blind or the tree stand, and you kind of forgot your ghillie suit or something to kind of help you blend in with the environment, you can take the wood ash and kind of spread it on your skin and your forehead and just kind of camouflage your face, and it also helps get rid of the human scent while you're hunting. So it can also help you get camouflaged into the woods and decrease your human scent while you're hunting. And last but not least, you guys know that I love natural remedies, and do you think wood ash could ever have medicinal purposes? Yes, it actually has been known to have medicinal purposes. And so here is what it can possibly help with. All right, wood ash can possibly help with wound healing, fighting infections, pain relief, reducing a fever, and maybe even being a diuretic. So many uses for wood ash. So next time you look at wood ash, look at it more like, you know, instead of looking at it just like ash, think of all the things you could do with it, and maybe you'll save yourself some money by not having to buy something at the store, and you can just use your good old wood ash you were going to toss out anyways. I had a viewer recommend basically getting a trash can full of wood ash, and then through the year you can just use it as you need to, which is an excellent idea. We will absolutely be doing that, and just stockpile your wood ash for all of those times that you need it for gardening, you know, compost, traction, ice melt, even medicinal purposes. It will be there, and I don't think it goes bad, so just keep it dry and you can kind of pull from it as you need. So that was a really great idea we had from a viewer, and thank you for that. All right, guys, so I'm going to get spreading my wood ash here in the greenhouse for this year's, you know, pre-gardening prep, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Everybody be safe, take care, and we'll see you soon.